Oh my God. For the better part of 6 months, I think about 6 months at this point in time, okay, there has been some wild stuff happening at the Oakville Trafalgar High School out there in Oakville, Ontario, with a certain shop teacher that everybody's been fixated on. Well, two attachments on said shop teacher that everybody's been very concerned about. But it's funny, right? The school board, all the administrators, all of the, the bitches with problem glasses are just going ahead and backing up this dude with those giant titties swinging in front of them in shop class, just making a mockery out of everything. You've seen the videos that have come out of the classroom with students openly vaping right in front of the teacher with the big fucking cans. It's like, what the hell is actually going on out there? This shit is wild. But if you try to protest against that, you get derided by the entire community. Oh my God, you're being transphobic. It's like you are sexualizing kids and you're institutionalizing that. That is fucking wild. But then if you want to protest that shit, you're the one that gets thrown out of school instead of the person that is, I don't even know, man. Is it the biggest troll that's ever been pulled? Or is it just somebody openly mocking and flaunting the fucking policy in action? Protester is banned from woke school board. Oh my God, the woke school board meeting after dressing up as a controversial trans teacher with Z-cup prosthetic breasts. Where do you fucking find those? Not that I'm asking for, any personal purposes. It's just, how do you even get, prosthetic breasts to demand that they are all fire. And another are they functional? Do they spray whatever you want to put inside of them? It's like, I don't fucking know. Before being escorted out by police. Yeah, this story was from back in the cut, but hey man, it's about that time of year, and I just want to talk about this wild shit because it's fucking ridiculous. An activist who dressed up, well, actually he's a journalist as well, but okay, as a controversial Canadian trans teacher, Kayla Lemieux, at a school board meeting in October to protest her presence in the classroom, has been banned from the district's property for life. What if he has kids that go to that school? Are they also banned from it? Because that would be fucking ridiculous. David Menzies, a host of conservative network Rebel Media, attended a meeting at the Halton School District School Board, where Lemieux teaches at Oakville Trafalgar High School as a character Mammary Menzies, equipped with extremely large prosthetic breasts. No, just wore just about the exact same dress that Lemieux wears to class all the time, but it was so offensive for the school board that he needed to be removed from the meeting and then banned for life. Fucking hilarious. Lemieux made intentional headlines earlier this year when photos of her showing up to teach with Z-cup prosthetic breasts spread worldwide. Yeah, and everybody's like, I'm sorry, Miss, I need to respect your pronouns. Okay, you were a dude last semester. What the fuck happened? Well, that was then and this is now, and she wants to identify as a circus freak and go skydiving and sprain her ankle. Fucking great. During the protest, Menzies showed his position asking for the removal of the board had 16,000 signatures. He told the members of the board, the Halton District School Board, and the Director of Education, Curtis Enos, of course it's Enos, should be fired for allowing a female identifying shop teacher to wear enormous fake breasts that are barely contained by see-through blouses while teaching. Well, not even see-through, right? You've seen cotton jumpers that can't even contain the fucking protruding nipples. If you think that this somehow affirms your identity by having gigantic prosthetic breasts affixed to your chest, why do they gotta have fucking nipples on them? Okay, that shit is wild. That's like Joel Schumacher's fucking Batman. It's like, why bat nipples? It's like it completes the costume. It's like, that was at least inoffensive because those movies were camp as fuck. This dude is allegedly teaching shop class and confusing the fuck out of everybody. While the petition in question read, the HDSB and the Director of Education, Curtis Enos, had admitted the school's dress code, which prevents visible genitalia and nipples, only applies to students. What the fuck? Okay, basically you're opening up the door to what you see multiple times over, and what I've reported on multiple times throughout the year. Teachers doing fuck shit with students. I don't need to go into any more detail than that, but you'll always find some 26-year-old who's just coming out of university having a little bit more of a personal relationship with a 13 or 14-year-old. How many fucking times do you see those stories pop up? But no, don't worry. The code's only applied to the students because you don't want to educate anybody. You just want fucking subservient drones at the end of the day. Fuck the public school system. Lemieux's prosthetic boobs and a long blonde wig are an obvious hazard when working with power tools. Yeah, man, that's like day one whenever you're working in wood shop or automotive shop, okay? Because I did both in school. Tie that shit up, get it the fuck out of the way. But no, one of the most famous pictures of Lemieux that's out there is her operating a fucking circular saw, as you can see right there, okay? I didn't even think about the hair that's there, but obviously it's like, okay, cool. To make sure that that board doesn't bind, okay, you need to be putting some fucking weight on it to make sure that it's not going to be all over the place, especially if you're going to be working a bandsaw, a table saw, okay, and definitely a planer, okay? You got to get up in there. So if you got hair drooping down or anything like that, like, fuck, I used to wear a chain all the time. Couldn't be wearing that. Fucking tuck that shit in or take it off, okay? No rings or anything like that that'll fix to it. But giant tits, totally fine now. Don't even worry about it. And if you protest against it, you're the one getting thrown out. But don't worry, guys. Like, we're just kind of treading over old information that's here that's just fucking wild. Like, we're putting up with all this shit because that's what should be teaching your kids in schools according to the Ontario Board of Education, okay? They're totally fine with this circus show going on. But that's all right, man. Hopefully, Big Bertha right there, hopefully that's ankle, just heals up over the Christmas break because I'm sure that's probably quite a load on those crutches there. Wouldn't want that to continue. But don't worry, that's not the only story in trans news here today. Death row. Oh, we got a trans on death row? Holy! Not the fun death row with Suge Knight hanging bitches out the window. Inmate who raped, murdered a woman asked for clemency due to mental issues. Ooh, somebody said the quiet part out loud. That sucks. An openly transgender rapist and a murderer set to be executed in Missouri in January is asking for clemency based on mental health issues. You don't say. According to CBS News, Amber McLaughlin, can't even put your fucking hair clips, perpendicular. I guess that just kind of plays into the whole I'm crazy dynamic. I was convicted of murder and ex-girlfriend, Beverly Gunther. That's a hot couple. Yuck. McLaughlin raped and then stabbed Gunther to death. How, though? Trans women are women. How can you rape that? McLaughlin was sentenced to death by a judge after a jury failed to reach a decision between death or life in prison. That judge is like, I'm putting a fucking end to this shit. This is Missouri, after all. A petition asking Republican Governor Mike Parsons to stop the execution has been launched and has since amassed over 1,500 signatures. Why? The petition claimed that the extreme abuse of convicted murderer endured as a child led to McLaughlin becoming mentally and physically unstable as an adult. Oh man, you didn't know what my life was like growing up, man. I should be treated a little bit more lenient than that. I shouldn't be put to death. You killed and raped somebody, though. There should be consequences for that action. In the clemency petition, McLaughlin's lawyers detailed their client's history of child abuse and subsequent mental health issues. Yeah, one that's very obviously on display right now, including how a foster parents once rubbed feces in McLaughlin's face and how the child's adoptive father, a police officer, used a taser on the child. Well, how else are you supposed to get that poop off your face? The petition also documents suicide attempts as 41%, huh? And it's both a child and an adult, and states that McLaughlin's counsel failed to present psychiatric evidence during the trial. Yeah, of course, you're always going to go with incompetent counsel or failure to have competent counsel. That's always a part of any fucking appeal. All right. According to the Corrections Department spokeswoman Karen Pojman, Missouri has only executed one woman before. We'll go out on this. Even if this ends up getting overturned, or even if it ends up taking that fucking long walk at the end of the Green Mile, that'll still end up being the same at the end of the day. So, sucks to suck, I guess. How's that shit supposed to be carried out? Because I want to know, man. Is it going to be a big old bolt of lightning, a lethal injection, equal treatment, or what are we dealing with here? According to the Daily Mail, McLaughlin, under McLaughlin's birth name, was already on the sex offender registry for sexual assault of a 14-year-old girl in 1992. McLaughlin was released from prison in 1997. Yeah, just goes to show you that sometimes there are some things that there is no rehabilitation from. Diddling kids, that seems to be right there at the top of the list. So, Godspeed. Enjoy your final Christmas, you fucker. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.